Here's the punter, Bradley Pinion, on to get us started. And off we go from Tampa. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Now Jackson on first down. Catch is made by Marquise Brown. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. An early statement on the game's first play. 18 yards and a first down. On 1st and 10, it's Jackson. It's brought in here by Willie Snead. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. They get 14 on that one. That's good for a Baltimore first down. Pretty good start there on plays 1 and 2.
And not discriminating at all, is he? Make sure he's spreading it around on the first 2 throws of the game. 2 different parts of the field as well.
Another strong gain on the last 2 plays. They've moved it a combined 33 yards. Throwing on first down, it's Jackson. It's complete to Snead. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another first down. How about the start throwing the football? 4 for 4 on this opening drive.
Oh, he's slinging it. And oftentimes when you talk about slinging it, you're thinking about a guy throwing it all over the yard, not necessarily accurately. In this case, though, he's honing in on his targets, and he's delivering.
Yeah, the opening script. Got a man, it's caught for a Ravens touchdown. Nick Boyle there to make the grab. And the Ravens take it all the way down the field and score on the open. And oh, he takes off with it. It's a fake. Down the numbers. There he goes. And he'll get into the end zone as the 2-point conversion is successful. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. Winston and the Bucs take over now, 1st and 10 at their own 23. They just do get the play off. Now Winston under a heavy rush, and down he goes. The sack by Justin Ellis. That's called setting the tone right away.
It certainly is, and it lets you know just how important communication is amongst the offensive line. They talk about it all the time, knowing each other's moves. You've got to be coordinated and in sync. Otherwise, your quarterback gets hit.
Now following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17. To throw, Winston. And he's going to go down again. Jalen Ferguson. He's the one that drops him this go-around, and that pass rush getting strong here. Back-to-back sacks. After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
No run call here. They'll look to throw instead. And that is incomplete.
And third down is a key down in any game you play. And third down defense, something we've got to watch in this one. Got to be effective on the passing downs. That's a pretty good first step right there.
Here's Bradley Pena now, as his first punt will come from inside his own end zone. Returnable for Thomas. Good blocking there, nearly sprung him. As it is, it'll go as a 19-yard return. And the Ravens set up well to begin their drive, as it'll begin in enemy territory already. Throwing now, Jackson on first down. Snead's got it. 25 yards that time.
Let's go.
And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing playing against a good quarterback like he is to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front. Defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield.
Now, meanwhile, here's a second down throw that's knocked away and incomplete. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Jackson will throw again. He'll buy some time right. He can run for it, and he will. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. A solid run of 11 there as he tucked it and ran, but he's still short of the marker at its fourth. So on fourth down, here's the Ravens Pro Bowl kicker, Justin Tucker. Now the holder's going to keep it. He's going to try to run for it. The fake field goal catches everyone by surprise as the Ravens push further out in front. And a special play there by the special teams. It's one thing to fake it. He ran it in for the score.
I think the special teams coach saw something on film in preparation for this game. Told the head coach now's the time. He got the green light, and they worked it to perfection.
Tucker with the extra point, and the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5.
Hey, stop. Hey, we heavy on the edges, Let's go.
Jameis to throw it. And his throw here's incomplete. The intended target was Chris Godwin, but now it'll be third down. Some of the fans here don't seem too happy about what we've seen in this first half.
No, not at all, and I understand why. They look lethargic, out of sync, and it shows on the scoreboard.
Now Winston. And he's got a man. It's the tight end Howard complete. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. It's a gain of 16, first down Tampa Bay.
Check. Fresh down. 5 on the 50. 5 on the 50.
Barber on 1st and 10. He'll be taken down at the 48 for a pickup of 2 yards.
Early down stuff to put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority 1.
On 2nd down, Barber. He's got the first down and more inside the 40. There he goes, right side. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. Peyton Barber, 52 yards, as they are now on the board here in the first half. They were already down 2 scores early. They needed something to try to stem that tide, and that certainly qualifies. A big play to get them in the end zone.
It qualifies indeed because, let's face it, they don't get something done on this drive, turn it back over, this game could be 88 and out the gate early.
What? 88 and out the gate?
Yeah.
What's that?
Well, listen, I used to hear my old man talk about it. Usually meant that thing's done.
Well, now that they got the touchdown, it's not 88 and out the gate. We still got a good game going ahead of us. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
The Ravens get a new set of downs, give them 17 on that pickup.
Sometimes it's just and sometimes you just have to know when to leave the pocket and move and make something happen. And on that play, he was able to get on the run and was still accurate throwing the football.
The big play to start him out has him at the 45 already. From the gun, it's Jackson. Oh, the Buccaneer pressure too much. Down he goes. Levante David making his presence felt in the backfield. Going to be a gain of 6 on the keeper, but it leads to a 3rd down. Here's Jackson on 3rd and long. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Jason Pierre-Paul in there to take him down on what will take us to the 2-minute warning. We remind you that coming up in 2 minutes' time, we'll hand you off to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman will have highlights and analysis of this first half of action. Here we go on 4th down with Jackson. This will be caught by Brown. But they're going to wrap him up as he'll go down well short of a first. Boy, a real head-scratcher there. And the Bucs are going to take over with excellent field position to boot. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Winston. It's caught by Mike Evans. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 17 yards on the play and a Buccaneer 1st down. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the 1st down.
36, 36. Shift. Follow. Check safety. Check.
Now a first down carry by Jones. And he gets this inside the 10 to the 9. It's also a gain of 9. The Ravens going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play.
Easy. Come to me, it's me. Mike, 48. Wait. Touchdown, defense.
On 2nd and 1, Winston, and it's incomplete.
It's been my observation there's been a nice variety of play calling defensively. You and I often talk about an offense's ability to keep a defense off balance with what they're doing. I think the converse has been true in this game.
I think you're right. They seem to have gone off tendency quite a bit, but only the second quarter, a lot of time to change things. On 3rd and 1, here's Winston. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Marlon Humphrey. It's a foot race. 30, 10, and he will score. Touchdown, Baltimore. And a great return as they're finally able to take him down. And he takes off with it. It's a fake. There he goes left side, and he gets in. Well, no one was expecting a fake there, but they add 2 more onto their lead. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. It was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You can never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25.
Let him know. Let him go.
Throwing, Winston. He's going to look deep down the field. Oh, wide open, complete. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. Ronald Jones, 75 yards, as his guys are able to pull a bit closer. Well, he's used to running it that distance. Here he had to catch it, too, before making the run. Heck of a play for the score.
There's not many things better for an offense than a back who's a complete guy who can run it and catch it. And we just saw him complete a big-time play for a touchdown.
Here's Winston. And this is going to be caught, so they do get it. And the 2 points, now they're back down to a 1-score deficit. And following the touchdown now, it's Bradley Pinion on to kick this one away. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And still plenty of time remaining here in the half, more than a minute. And we'll see if they just want to protect that lead or try to add on to it.
Well, with as much time as is left on the clock, I would imagine it would be the latter. I think they're going to try and add on to it. So what they're going to tell the team is very simply, if you can get out of bounds after making a play downfield, terrific. If you can't, everyone hustle to the line of scrimmage, either run another play or clock it and start over again.
Give him 10 yards on the keeper, and it'll lead to a second down. A good down to possibly take a shot, and in fact, they'll come up with an empty backfield on 2nd and inches. Throwing is Jackson. That is caught right at the 10-yard line. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. A 24-yard touchdown as the Ravens push further out in front. And that'll give them a 2-score lead here, but I'm looking ahead. They just want to hold it for the final moments here in the second quarter. They don't want to give up anything on the other side.
No, not at all, because if they don't, it almost had the feel of an imposing their will score. And right now, they want to make sure they keep that and carry it into the second half.
The Bucs take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. And you're under a minute to go in the half, a first half that hasn't been particularly kind to you. How do you think they'll play this?
Well, I think the smart approach is to run out the clock.
And that's caught inside the 30. And he's into the end zone for a Tampa Bay touchdown. Chris Godwin, 75 yards. As they're now just an extra point away from getting back within one score. Not a whole lot to recap on that drive. Just one play, 75 yards to the house.
Yeah, it's a long way to go. And remember, rarely is it a straight line 75 yards, too. Got to have a little extra in there. So whatever the final number is, a well-deserved seat on the bench, a little oxygen if he wants it as well.
This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line.
Let's go.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. You've got less than 30 seconds left here in the half. You're well on your own side of the field. What are we doing here, Coach Davis?
Well, I'm trying something on first down. And it's something that's safe. It's something that's been done many times before. A lot of people say it's not even worth trying, but I'm running a draw. I'm running a screen. I'm seeing if something pops. And if it does, that can alter my strategy and potentially get me some points. And if it doesn't work, well, then you just run the clock out and go to the locker room.
To throw on 2nd and 10. Jackson got a man. It's Brown. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. A big one there for the Ravens. It goes for 18. Jackson now over 200 yards already in this first half. It's 1st and 10. From the gun, Jackson. He's going deep for Brown. And that will be incomplete. 4 ticks left here on the clock. They were trying to go to Brown once again, and that'll bring up 2nd down. Here now is 2nd and 10, again from the 41. Final play of the half here. It's Jackson. Letting one go deep for Roberts. And that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, and they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's 3rd down. So we've reached halftime in a wild first half. We'll take a minute to catch our breath as we send you to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, the Ravens ready to receive it, and they've got the lead as well as we resume play in the second half. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. They're close game, but they're going to need to do a little bit better probably here in half 2, no?
I would agree with that totally. I would guess it in the locker room. They talked about cleaning up some of the errors, but overall, I think they wanted to be positive with them. Guys, we're right there. Just not playing as well as we need to. Let's pick it up, and we still have a chance to win this game.
Yeah, they do. We'll see if they can pick it up.
What an advantage having an elite guy in the middle of the defensive line, because not only does he take up the space and let the linebackers run free, but he can also make plays himself, as we just saw there.
Well, they had the run for no gain. Now they'll try again from the 25 on 2nd and 10.
Kill. Check. Here we go, even.
They'll go again to Jones. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27. Not the start to the drive they were looking for. That run doesn't do much at all.
No, not at all, and it leaves them with 3rd and long. And you know, this is the time of game where these drives really, really start to matter. They've got to make some moves.
40. Ready. Let's go, D.
On 3rd down, Winston. That's caught by Howard. A big pickup there, 18 yards and a Buccaneer first. Well, that tight end position, it just seems to continue to evolve every year in the NFL.
Yeah, you're getting really terrific athletes. A lot of them maybe were wide receivers at one point. They continue to give you speed, great hands, and big bodies, which make them excellent targets for quarterbacks.
And no room that time, getting it to about the 46.
Well, they had that one sniffed out. Excellent run blitz. Stopped that one for a short gain.
What makes a good run blitz a good run blitz?
The ability to stay on task, to follow up your assignment, go to the gap you're supposed to cover, and not be deterred by anything else.
5 on the 50. 5 on the 50. 5 on the 50. 48.
On 2nd and 9, Winston. Oh, a scrap for the football, and he's going to come down with it. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. Mike Evans, 54 yards, as his guys have cut the lead down to 2.
Partner, one of the cardinal rules of defense is that if you're in position to make a tackle, you need to make it.
Well, and if you can't make the tackle before that, you just got to knock that ball down, right?
Yeah, something has to happen because we saw the end result there. Missed tackle, he goes all the way and takes it for a touchdown.
Throws right side, and he's got it. So they went ahead and went for 2 to tie the game, and it works out. So a tie ball game here as the kick's away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line.
Here we go. Here we go.
At their own 19-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. First half showed us some pretty good offense. Tie game, we'll see what the second half brings.
And it'll be interesting because I think both sides feel pretty good about what their offenses are doing. Got to wonder what adjustments are being made defensively to try and get a spark and maybe slow down the other side.
But here, do you change up anything on this opening drive?
Not offensively, you don't. You got everything going your way. You've probably prepared for maybe some change-ups you might expect, but overall, you like what your game plan's showing you.
Again, they'll run with Ingram. And he'll be brought down right at the 30 here. 7 yards there and a first down. So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
49, check 49, check 49.
Now a first carry for their fullback. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets them to 2nd and 4. From the 35 on 2nd down, Jackson, he's got the first down and more past midfield. Touchdown, Ravens. Well, you want to talk about making something out of nothing. Boy, he did that right there. What an incredible run.
Obviously a pass play, and he couldn't find anyone open downfield. But sometimes the receivers just run those defenders off, and it creates a wide open space.
Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. Fielded about a yard deep. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
The Bucs take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
From up near the 40 now after the big play to start, here's another 1st and 10. On first down, they look downfield, and it's complete. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. A very solid gain of 27. You can just kind of sense the momentum turning here. It's 1st and 10. Winston, a handoff. This is Jones. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
That play reminded me a lot of a former teammate of mine. We used to call him the trash man. His ability to sit through traffic and make plays was uncanny.
And that's exactly what you want from your Mike linebacker. From the 31, Winston. And this is caught by Evans. And they'll get this one to about the 20-yard line. And he's going to be taken down with the 1st down at the Ravens' 20-yard line. If you're going to blitz, likely going to leave you in man coverage with this guy, and that is less than ideal.
It is, because just about any offense that has an elite receiver, if you blitz and have him in man coverage, you're going to him, even if he has an elite defender on him, because he usually knows where the ball is before the defender does.
Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Here's Winston. Stepping up. He's going to keep it. 6 yards there off the scramble, but it'll still leave him with a 3rd down.
He was brought down at the 13-yard line. That's a gain of 6.
As big of a play as we've had in this one so far. This is 3rd and 3. To throw is Winston. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Marlon Humphrey. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Well, NFL quarterbacks have learned the hard way. You're not going to get rich throwing against this guy. He's definitely too good. And this is now his 2nd interception of the ball game. And if I'm running the offense, I've got to tell my guys, you've got to go work on the other corner.
And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up. Got to figure now, after getting that turnover, they're just going to be happy to keep the ball on the ground, right?
This is where covering the football, taking care of the ball, all the ball security terms that have ever been used, they come into play for the guys on offense right now. Just take care of it, and they've got a good chance of ending up winning this game.
They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete. Another incompletion would certainly be ideal defensively. A big play now. This is 3rd and 10. Now it's Jackson. Flushed out right. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Carlton Davis picks it, and they're already in the red zone. The 18-yard line is where they take over.
The Bucs take over 1st and 10 at the 18-yard line.
Ready. Blue lady. Watch the curl. Watch the curl.
They'll run on 1st down. Jones. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. 5 yards is the tally on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
At the Ravens' 13-yard line.
2nd and 5 now. Winston. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off by the Pro Bowler, Marcus Peters. The 30, 20, 10, and he will bring this back. It's a pick 6 and a Raven touchdown. Yes, the old tip drill works to perfection there.
You're bringing back great memories.
And he takes off with it. It's a fake. And he gets in. Well, no one was expecting a fake there, but they add 2 more onto their lead. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. That's fielded in the end zone. And a couple yards deep, he'll go to a knee. He won't return it. And they'll take it out to the 25. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And last time, decent field position through the pick 6. Obviously costly.
but they can't afford to just bunker in now. All right, good field position means go ahead and attack on offense.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Jalen Ferguson able to drop in that time for his second sack of the evening. Man, he got in there so quickly, Charles. What could the offense have done to adjust and account for that?
But what you're hoping is that you figure out and you see and get a clue that maybe there's going to be some pressure coming at you, and you change the blocking schemes. Maybe you go to max protection. The biggest one is maybe you bring your running back in to try and keep you.
And got his man complete. And all the way down to the 40-yard line. It's a big play there for the Buccaneers. 43 yards.
You better be ready.
Winston now to throw on first down. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. A former first-round pick, Marlon Humphrey, there to get a hand on it. Looking to erase a two-score deficit here in the fourth quarter. Going for some big plays.
Yeah, they certainly were. They just decided one shot, didn't they? Forget trying to move the ball downfield in small little increments. Let's go for the big one. But how about the defense playing situational football, looking at the scoreboard and realizing what could hurt us most? The deep shot. They played it well.
And he's going to be taken down with the first down at the Ravens 18. And passing yardage-wise, now up over 350 in this game. Pretty nice performance.
Definitely that, which usually means you're putting a lot of pressure on guys trying to cover. If you're a defensive back and they put over 350 yards on you, you've had a long day. The key to everything, if you're doing it without throwing interceptions or turning the ball over.
To throw again on second down. Winston, and it's caught. He's got it for a late touchdown, but probably a little too late. It would take a miracle of epic proportions if they're going to pull this one off. All right, now a big two-point conversion attempt still to come. Winston to throw, and that one is caught. So they convert here, and don't look now, but this one's back to a one-score game. So with 14 seconds on the clock, they've got to go with the onside kick. And who's got it? I think the Ravens do, yes. And they're going to win this football game.
Okay, baby, let's go. Let's go.
And what is going on here? Are they serious? First down, and they're in punt formation. On is the punter, Cook, who sends it away. And that'll hit in the end zone. Much too much leg there. That'll be a touchback.
At their own 20-yard line.
The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. Critical condition here, obviously. Got to hope to get something quick right and then maybe take that shot deep.
And once they do take the big shot, you've got to worry on defense. Of course, no one getting behind the defense and make it an easy throw. But nowadays, it's not just the ball being tipped in the air and people in the end zone in a cluster. It's that guy that's short of the end zone.